Hi everybody, thanks for popping in today. I hope you've got your drink. I've got my coffee, so time to have a little sip, try and not gulp, just pop it there. Now today I thought we'd have a little go and we're going to create a mail card. Well, not a mail card, you know what I mean, a card for a mail. What it is I've had a couple of messages off crafters asking me for, in the UK it's Father's Day in a couple of weeks, and you've asked me for designs for Father's Day. Now, if you're like me and unfortunately your dad has passed away, don't suddenly switch off. I know it can be a sensitive time, so I'm thinking this could just be a card for a male crafter, or just a generic card. But I am really doing it to answer those specific questions. But again, you know, I don't want to upset anybody or offend anybody. So it's just going to be a card that could be for a male crafter if you wish. And also, I must say hello to Ruth Martin, who messaged me. Thank you for joining me. Cheers. I hope you've got your brew. She watches these with her brew and cheeky biscuit, so well done you. No cheeky biscuit for me today. I'm really trying to be good. Well, I say trying. I had a lovely big cake made for me at the weekend and it is gorgeous, so thank you, Kath, for that. Now, what I'm thinking is I've got a bit of an idea in my head, and I'm going to come in with a couple of the elements, and the colours I'm going for, again, I'm thinking a little bit vintage look, and that's always good for if you're thinking for a card for a man. Sahara and Truffle, and we're going to start with Sahara. So I've popped my low tack tape round like I do, 5.5 inch square card, again like I do. I do find on my coffee breaks, because we're often doing a card quickly, I tend to stick to the same old. And I'm just going to come in and blend a little bit of this lovely Sahara. It's sort of a bit like a dirty yellow, shall we say, sort of a yellow going on brown. And we'll pop it all the way. If you notice, when I've inked up, I'm starting in the corners. And these are all things we've done before. I do find if you need a card quickly, it's good to go to techniques that you've done before. And I know we all love our crafting, I know we all enjoy the process, but with the best will in the world, there will always be times that you need a card quicker than others. And that's what the coffee break's all about. It's being able to make that card quicker. Now, I'm concentrating my colour more down here. So I'm keeping a light, almost square, bit more emphasis on the colour there. And I'm going to come in now with the Truffle. And I do have a separate brush for this because it is quite a deep colour. And we're going to just come in at the base. So I'll start in that corner and then that corner. And again, just blend. Let your brushes do the work. Don't want any hard edges, so let's blend up that side. We'll go about halfway up that side. I want it more in this corner, look, less in this corner, but definitely along the bottom. Right, I'm just going to pop those to one side and we'll do some stamping now. So I'm just going to reach and get my copy of paper. And we're going to start with this lovely stamp Tock. Now this is so useful. And we'll use the Versafine Clair, again, permanent ink. I love this for stamping. Now this pocket watch stamp is fabulous. Great for a retirement card. You know, you could use it for the time of a birth. I'm thinking any celebration. So, and again, to keep that vintage feel, we'll use the brown. And we're just going to have it peeping sort of this corner. And again, being mindful, I'm stamping across the low tack tape. So give it a bit of special oomph. Yeah, that's lovely. And then I'm going to come in with some cogs. And any cogs. So there's 3 sets of cogs here. So I'm literally off camera just going to pick up random cogs and stamp them across the bottom. This one I think I'll stamp coming off. And I love this one. This one's a solid one. And if you're anything like me, you'll have favourites. And again, just giving them a bit of a wipe with my Inky Binky before I put them back. And in all honesty, don't ask me if I'm putting them back in the right places, because I don't know. I know we have 3 sets, and I'm sorry, Tracy, but I think my 3 sets might have got a bit mixed up, because I normally just put them back on the first one. So I would say I do try, but my mum always said I was very trying, so. But I have them in one envelope together, so I know all my cogs are together. It's just which set they're from, I'm not exactly sure. But I'm just going to mix and match some along here. And again, these are great for mail cards. And I think we'll just go one more. Otherwise I'll get so carried away. And that one almost looks like that one. That one a wipe. Now I've got a plan for this one. I want the solid one. But I want to just, at the top, take a little bit of the ink off so it's almost a bit, doesn't stamp properly. So I want that there. Yeah, so it just misses the top bit. For some reason I love this one. Isn't it funny? I mean, have you got a favourite one? Or is that just me? I know we shouldn't have favourites, but I do. Now, I want a couple of our little mice friends. And again, these, I've just found these so useful. They work so well with the topper. I mean, we did one the other week, didn't we? Now, my idea is here, what I love about this one, and I think this one might be Moo. I'm not sure. Again, I'm just going to stand, so my head might come over, but I just want to put the little foot on there. Now, we did one the other week, as I was saying, sorry, I even interrupt myself, you know, and our little mouse was holding the banner that said happy birthday. So do remember that you can have them holding, I'm thinking if you wanted to have a Father's Day greeting, if you wanted it to just say Dad, but again, if you were thinking of a birthday sentiment, an age, a balloon, these mice are perfect for holding so many different things. Now I think this one's Minnie, and I'm just going to pop Minnie with a foot just on, again, if I can just, really need to have your head over. When you're trying to match stamps up, it's best to have your head over. Now, if that hadn't quite have met, I have got a brown fine liner and I would have just drawn it in, but we're lucky, it was actually okay. But because I'm not going to do this one specifically for a birthday, let's put a cog there. So let me look for a cog. I say the other week, if you didn't see it, we've got a lovely demo where we put a number in the little mouse's hand, and that was nice. So I'm thinking, let's go for that. So that's the stamping. So that means we can have another little slurp. And we'll just add a little bit of colour. I'm going to come in with a couple more elements, the graphite and the russet orange, and I've got my lovely little stencil brushes. So what I want to do with the graphite is just add a little bit of shade at the bottom here, look. And just gently, just to add a little bit of depth. And the same on the clock here, look. Just a little bit of shade at the base. Not much, but you'd be surprised. You know, I keep saying it's these little things that make all the difference. And then russet orange. Obviously, love this colour. And we'll just gently bring in a little bit at the top of this clock. Now, again, I could have got my pencils, but I love the way with these little brushes that we can add that colour very quickly. We'll add a bit here, just a hint. Just a bit of colouring in there. And look at that, it's just that lovely glow. I think we'll just add a little bit on that one as well. Sort of that orange And then what I'm thinking, I've got my lovely Signo here, and I think this is bronze. Yes, bronze. So we can just add a little bit of almost bronze here. A little bit of bronze detail. Oh, that would be nice there. Oh, and on the hands, look. Just to, again, we'll add some in there. And again, you can add as little or as much as you want, depending on how much highlight you want. Oh, let's just colour those ones in on that one. I don't want to overdo it, but I do want to bring my white pastel pencil and just give my mice a little bit of shape. And again, because it's pastel, I'm just smudging it. Two things: one, it'll set it, but two, for me personally, I think it looks better when it's smudged, and it almost looks more like the mouse's fur. And with my brown fine liner, I'm just going to add a little bit, like, see, a little bit of movement. We're rocking on top of there, look. You can just see them balancing, can't you? Now what I think we'll do, we'll add a little bit of water splats here. So just tapping my fan brush. Now again, this will only show up better in the darker areas where I've got the darker ink, but it'll just take that, almost that plainness away. I want the white sort of light bit there, but it'll just give a little bit of extra in there, and we'll give that a couple of minutes to faux bleach. And in fact, I'll just add a couple of drops down there. But I have got a piece of kitchen towel at hand, and I've got a big blob there, so we'll just dry that a little. And it gives me a chance to have another sip. So I hope you like this. Again, lots of possibilities with this. You could take this to lots of different, different genres, and you can, would you have cogs or, and to be honest, it's nice to have something that isn't florals. As you know, I love my florals, but just to show you, we can do similar techniques, but turn it into a very different type of card. I'm going to bring my heat tool in. Two things, if you remember, and this is the heat it tool. So this is the one specifically for drying card, and this will do two things. It'll dry my card front and back, but also it'll just help lessen the glue behind the low tack tape. And look, the low tack tape, I mean, this Lavinia one will come off anyway, but it's just that belt and braces as we like, and it'll really just come off as, look at that. And I must admit, for me, I love that bit. I still absolutely love that bit when we take the tape off. Now, what I'm just going to do now is add, I love these, we've got these lovely sentiments, and I'm thinking, and again, do you know what, this always takes, I always take ages, don't I? What should we go for? I like it's a matter of time. Right, stop thinking about it, just take it. As I say, it might be you want a birthday sentiment, or, and again, should we put that up there? Or no, I think I like it down here. I think we'll go, pop it across there, and bring in my brown, this lovely brown fine liner. And we'll just edge that. And you know what we can do? I've got some of our lovely Greyboard cogs, which I have to say, I've put our lovely gilding polish on. And I'm just thinking, and I keep them in my tin, look, that one's got quite a bit of blue on. And that blue would just go with that blue. I've got another one. What if I put that under there? Now again, I'm sorry, I'm faffing. Yeah, I like that. That's my little tin of In Readiness. So, glue. So this is my Distress Collage medium. Lovely, one in a tube. Dries quick. Oh, it's fabulous stuff. It's got a really good grab, and it shrinks as it dries. So if any does sort of spill out, it will shrink back under. Really good for your 3D embellishments. And it's clear, dries clear. I'm just going to use my finger on the back of there for that. And we'll just... And the good thing is it's an instant grab. There we go. So I hope that's given you an idea for a card for a mail. Let's just have another little sip while we're together. Just of something that you can do. And again, as I say, you can use different stamps. You can use, but just think, you know, this could be, again, time. So I hope you've enjoyed that. Look, and I love, sorry, but as this is drying, look, we'll get more and more of this gorgeous background. And we've managed to keep this area white. That's good, isn't it? So thanks for popping in. I'm going to sit and finish my coffee. Eric sat under my table as normal. And when I finish my coffee, I'm going to take him out for a walk. It's a bit warm here today, so I've got to walk him later because obviously it's not good for him when it's too warm. So he's fast asleep in here where it's nice and cool. So thanks for popping in, and thank you for all your lovely comments. So enjoy your coffee and pop back soon. Love and hugs from me. Bye for now.